high school ending now, it feels like a big portion of my life is just coming to a grinding halt. It feels weird. Up to this point, my whole life has been school, whether that be elementary school, middle school, high school, and I've made a lot of mistakes throughout those years. I've done a lot of things that I would never do in a million years now. But I think looking back from how I was in, say, 8th grade or 9th grade, I feel really proud of myself from where I came. And I'm really proud of myself for the strides I've made, not only in just my personal life, but also in my academic life. With this, I would say my best, or the time where I was at my best, would be from my junior year to now, when I'm giving this speech to all of you. Junior year was definitely my best year academically, and I think personally. It was a big catalyst for self-discovery, not only in what I want to do in the future, but just how I function as a person. I was looking at colleges at this point. I've been contacted by a couple that aren't necessarily prestigious, but they have some reputation behind them. I was excited for school at this point, which seems kind of weird, right? No kid's really excited for school, but I was ready to be done, and I was ready to do the classes that I wanted to do. I signed up for Bio 2, and I signed up for as much stuff this year as I possibly could. I put a lot of effort into both algebra and biology too. It took up just about most of my time, and I don't have any regrets about that either. I loved the classes I did, even in the middle of second semester when I was just buried with work. I had tests in Bio 2 I had to study for. I had nerves and veins and arteries to memorize. I had to learn how to factor by grouping. I didn't know how to do that before last year. But I still loved these classes regardless, and I'm really, really proud of how well I did. I improved my GPA significantly that year as well, with my average grade that year being an A, with a GPA of 3.9, contrasted with my sophomore's 3.4, and my freshman year's 2.6. After junior year, and a bit during, I found out that I loved computers and all things to do with computation. I've loved computers my whole life, to be fair. I've had clunky old laptops that I played PBS Kids on when I was 8. And even now there's a phone in my pocket that lets me access the internet, an unlimited stream of information that frankly is some of the most miraculous technology we've ever developed. The thought of having these just in our pockets is crazy to me when you look back from the perspective of someone, say, in the 80s or the 90s when computers were the size of the sofas over there. I learned more about the theory behind computers, abstraction, computation theory, computation complexity theory, Turing machines, circuits, and how they work, electronics. In fact, there's been more developments in computing with things like quantum mechanics and spintronics working in favor. In fact, just a couple summers ago at UMN, they created an Ising model optimization machine led by Professor Chris Kim, which was the first ever 48 all-to-all spin magnetic moment machine ever created. One of the biggest breakthroughs in spintronics and one of the biggest breakthroughs in computing and optimization in computing in general. I want to engineer computers, and I found that out this summer. This summer, again, was a big part of discovering that I want to make computers and the things that run them, whether it's as bare bones as the dies that have the microtransistors on them, or the OSs, operating systems, that power the computers. I always loved working with stuff like that, and as I've said in the past, I've bricked many a hard drive with just experimenting. Now it's my senior year, and I'm extremely lucky. I'm lucky for the opportunities that I have, the opportunities that I've been given for not only this year, but my future. And I'm lucky that I am so economically gifted. I feel like if I were any less wealthy, I would not be in the position where I am. I have 2 college prep classes that are funded by universities, and a third, which is composition, if you are so inclined to listen more to the syllabus than the name description. I've been loving general chemistry and college pre-calc. This is my first ever chemistry class, I should say. It's kind of weird that I'm in general chemistry as a senior, but again, no regrets, except for maybe not taking college physics. I probably should have taken that, that's a big thing. I believe that I have a destination for electrical and computer engineering, and physics is a big part of that. So because I couldn't take college physics last year, I am now learning physics outside of class, self-studying, because yes, I am not much of a nerd. And I've been loving it. I've been working with Mr. Cato even, just to study it and make sure my knowledge is, not misguided. In general, again, my best was definitely my junior year from now. And my junior year and my senior year have been the best times of my life, maturing emotionally and mentally, gaining more knowledge of the things that I enjoy and am passionate about and want to do for the rest of my life. And if I were asked 30 years in the future, what was the best time of my life? It would be still my junior year to now. And as Dominic, thank you for listening.